How's it going, guys? Today I'm with my friend Trey. He has a, what year is it?
2015.
2015 Subaru WRX. We're gonna race, do some roll races, and have some fun today. You were saying it's on the stock tune.
Yeah, so it's on a stock tune. Currently, it's just a nameless performance muffler delete, custom resonator delete, and a Cobb bypass valve. Okay. Other than that, it's completely factory bone stock. I actually put the wing on. That's a STI wing.
Okay.
Aftermarket.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it way better than the look without it.
Yeah.
So.
If I had, and I know there's always those people that are gonna complain, like, oh, like I got some flack for putting those emblems on the front, the red emblems, because they're the Type R emblems. So I got a couple people saying, like, why are you trying to make your SI look like a Type R? It's like, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fool anybody.
Yeah, and I kind of got slack for it too, because when I first got it, I actually did a trunk swap. So I had the STI badge.
Okay.
And I ended up taking the STI badge off. I'm not trying to claim to be an STI badge.
Exactly, yeah.
And the STI is still a WRX.
It just looks so good. Like,
yeah.
Who are you? Who is anyone else to tell us that the wing, this beautiful wing, is only for the STI?
Exactly.
You know? I think it just like completes the look of the car, in my opinion.
Definitely made it look a lot more aggressive. Along with that, I did the front lip, and it just made it.
Oh yeah,
so much more aggressive.
I did notice that. That's awesome, and I love these WRXs. They come with like a body kit.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate. I think it just looks amazing, man. Very nice. How has your ownership experience been so far?
So far, I've had no issues with it.
Cool.
Had an older WRX before. I had a 2002. Many problems. The older EJ platform. It's served its time pretty well, but it's been, what, 30 years almost on the market. So this one is the FA20, which is the same engine that's in the BRZs and the FRSs. Way better platform, a lot better design, a lot more reliable. I don't have any oil burning issues like the older ones do.
Okay.
You don't get the unequal length header, so you don't get the Subi rumble anymore, but you do get a twin scroll turbo, so my power band is a lot broader, and I hit max boost at like probably about 3,500, 4,500.
Awesome.
And I'm hitting 22 pounds stock.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I have different settings. So stock, Honda says that these new SIs will hit like a max boost of 20.3, and obviously by the time like it goes through all the computers and it gets to your screen, like your infotainment screen, it only displays like 17 to 18 max is what people have been seeing. So I have 4 different settings. I can have 17, 19, 21, and the full-blown TSP stage 1 tune that I have 24 and some change, which is a lot for that little 1.5. But I actually didn't know that this is the same engine in the BRZ. Yeah, so the BRZs was the first one to get the FA20. Now all of their platforms are getting either the FA or the FB, which is basically the same platform. Okay. This year is actually the last year that the STI has the EJ. The STI goes to the FA next year. And it's going to be a 2.2 liter instead of a 2 liter, which is the JDM spec, and they're pushing about 350 horsepower. Oh my god! So that's awesome. It's finally time that Subaru replaces it with a more reliable setup. But yeah, they've had that STI engine forever. Forever, yeah. They're 7 generations in with that one. So. It just sounds so good, man. Yeah. I think that, in my opinion, that's one of the best sounding 4-cylinders ever. Yeah, that's the only thing, honestly, I miss about having my older one, is that EJ rumble is probably one of the main things that made me fall in love with Subarus. It's just, there's no other 4-cylinders, like you were saying, that sound like it. What other plans do you have for the car? Planning on going flex fuel, full E85 flex fuel. Maybe later down the line going with the bigger turbo. Okay. That's not solid yet. Other than that, wheel suspension, some more aesthetic stuff, but for the most part, I want to be able to use it as a street track setup. So I'll be able to take it out for some track days, keep up with some, pretty decent cars, and have fun with it. All right, man. Super excited to hear the car with that muffler delete. Even though these new WRXs don't have like that signature rumble, I still think these new ones sound really good, man. Yeah, I've grown to love it, and the crackle, you'll hear it later, the crackle and the pops that you get from this thing is just, it's like a kid in a candy store. You get excited every time you drive it. You just can't not get on it. Like I said, I've been Subaru for the last 3 or 4 years, and I don't see going any other way. There's a couple other projects that I'm working on. There's a couple other cars that I'm definitely into. Like what?
Well, right now I also have a 72 Datsun 240Z.
That's sweet.
2JZ big turbo.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
that's my little side project. That's a long-term project. That's just gonna be strictly sleeper status, but Subaru is still my daily track fun having car.
Awesome, man. Cool. Well, I'm excited to get out there. You get your camera set up. That's pretty cool. I'll put your Instagrams on screen here so people can follow you. Let's go see what happens, man. Yeah. All right, guys, we're on our way to Mexico, obviously. This Subaru sounds really good, man. All he has is a muffler delete, and it sounds awesome. Ready? I think I jumped him just a split second, but he held right there. Amazing. That WRX is quick. I love those cars, man. I love those cars. I have always wanted one of those. And that goes pretty good, man. Imagine if you put a tune on that too. Dunzo Spaghetti-O. We were getting up there, man. That was wicked fun.
Surprisingly close.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is this a manual?
That's a stick.
Yeah.
You're shifting quick. I can see there. I can see his shifts. I can't see your shifts.
I was that last run, I was in fourth like the whole time.
Damn.
Yeah, I started in...
Because when you shifted into your next gear, I could see you fall back a little bit because I was still in my fourth gear like power band.
Yeah. So you were already there. I'd started in third, so I had to...
Okay. Dude, that sounds so good, man.
Yeah.
That car sounds awesome. And it pops too?
It pops.
Damn.
Extremely loud.
Let's run it back. I mean, I'd be fine if we just got like one more. These intercoolers for these cars are really weak too, so I need to get a new one.
Are they front mount?
Yeah. Yeah. They have...
Yeah, that's not the turbo.
Oh, damn. That's right.
Yeah, so top mounted, of course.
So if you want to do an upgrade, do you do a front mount relocation?
Yeah, so they make bigger top mounts. They have one called the verticooler, which is like ridiculously thick and actually sits vertical.
Okay.
Or I can do a front mount.
Dude, I fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good runs for sure.
Yeah.
That was sweet, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I may or may not have mentioned a couple times in my channel here and there that I think, like, I love the looks of WRX, but I think they are a little slow, and I take that back now. Because, like, my car on a 24 PSI tune, like, we're even.
Yeah.
You know? Like, who knows what it would be if we went up to, like, ridiculous speeds, like, you know, the top of 5th gear. But for what we did, I think it pretty much depended on, like, who floored it first, like, whose turbo spooled first. You know what I mean?
It was pretty even. I figured it was gonna be like that because, like I said, I'm a little bit more horsepower than you, but I'm also heavier.
Yeah.
So I figured it was gonna be fairly close, but it still goes pretty good on gas. I've gotten it to 33 miles a gallon.
Okay.
Going
Awesome.
up there just immediately, so.
Cool. After you told me that this has the same engine as the BRZ, I couldn't stop thinking, like, why couldn't they just do that?
BRZ. Well,
You know?
that's Subaru for you. They didn't want to make that car anyway. So I'll just tell you other thing.
So here's what I want to know. I assume, like, you know more about it than me, obviously. I have seen that the BRZ version of the motor has, like, slightly weaker rods. Is that true?
Yes. So because this one is turbo and has higher compression, it's a 10-to-1 compression.
Okay.
The internals are a bit more beefier.
Okay.
So they're still FA20s, but that's the regular FA20 versus the FA20 DIT, which is direct injection turbo.
I see.
So there is a bit of a difference. The basic geometry and design and everything, it's the same. It's just
Okay.
the base block.
So what kind of power are you trying to get, like, to the wheels?
So these FA20s, though they are a more reliable block, they're a little bit less forgiving when it comes to throwing power at them compared to the EJs, simply because it's also a smaller package. These are 40% smaller than the EJ platform. Even though they're still a 2-liter, the whole package is smaller. Reliably, you can get about 3 to 350 before you have to start building the block.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm shooting, is just to get 3 to 350 to the wheels. Because the STI is rated for 305, but that's factory rating to the crank.
Yeah.
So this, I actually have raced a buddy of mine who has a 15 STI, and he can't keep up with it.
What?
The STIs, even though they're a little bit more horsepower, the STIs, once again, are also heavier than the WRX.
Just because probably all the little things add up, like the beefier transmission.
Beefier transmission, the electronic center diff, bigger wheels, bigger brakes, because those come with the Brimbos. The bigger engine, because it's the EJ 257, which is the 2.5 liter, which is heavier. Yellows have auto seats. I have manual seats, so that adds on weight.
All that little thing.
The navigation,
all the little things, yeah.
There's all these little things. So the STI, I think from the factory, is like 150, 200 pounds heavier than the WRX is off that.
It makes a difference.
So even though you might look, okay, well, this is 270 horsepower, whereas the STI is 305, but weight-wise, they're about even.
Alright guys, if you've watched this far into the video, thank you very much. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This was, although I didn't do like my usual, montage and get a bunch of cool shots and stuff like that with music to it, I didn't want to do that during this, situation we have going on right now. I didn't want to like linger in a parking lot or whatever to try and get those shots, risk someone coming up to us and telling us that we need to shut it down or whatever. So I don't know, man. This is definitely the closest. This is definitely the closest race. Well, actually, the Cobalt was really close. The Cobalt race was really close, but you could see him like inching away from me. So I'm gonna call the Cobalt race a loss. You know what? I am gonna call this one a win, because you can see in the videos, like at the end of every race, no matter how it started, my nose always ended up in front of the WRX. So I'm gonna call this one a win, just by like a hair. So that puts us at 3 wins and 2 losses. Hopefully my next race will either be an S2000 or a full bolt-on down to 9th gen. The only car that I'm like really dying to race is a 9th gen. And then after that, I think I'll probably calm down with the races a little bit and focus on a lot of visual modifications. I want to do a lot of visual modifications. There are these sweet side skirt extensions from ABS Dynamics that I want to get. I obviously have the wrap on the way. That's gonna be, that wrap's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited to do that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have super long, in-depth, detailed videos on the wrapping process. Like, you expect to see like 30-minute videos. So anyway, that's all I have for today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.